Hello everyone, it's Partyfoot back again with some more Mechabellum. This time we are playing a pretty nice game. Went a bit longer than the last one we were able to commentate. This time we're doing a Sabretooth, a versus Sabretooth kind of standard game. More of a long range game than some of the aggressive games I have been playing lately. I always seem to want to position right up on the front and get real stuck in, but let's try play it a little bit further back. I think we feel around a little bit just to feel exactly where we want to place our units at the start here. Our opponent has those fangs. Hounds pretty good, I guess, against fangs. Do I rather have hounds than fangs? Maybe. We're going to grab some crawlers as our chaff. Kind of felt that, and I was like, no, let's go for a more kind of middle, maybe even a bit delayed, kind of central style, standard maybe, long range. Kind of maybe try to pull everything into the middle and deal with it at once, kind of thing. Those late crawlers going to split around the towers and hopefully be reasonably annoying to deal with. For the enemy's guns. Round one is a decisive victory. Those sabers locking on super nicely to the enemy sabers. Alright, round number two. We are an aerial spec. I was thinking, ooh, Phoenix. We get a small bonus on it. Actually, what we need, I think, probably is arc lights. The chaff is increasing. This level 3 arc light is pretty strong. If left unattended, it can definitely eventually wither one of these Sabretooths, provided it gets a bit of uptime because of chaff getting in the way of anything that might hurt it too much. It's pretty tanky too, though, 12,000 HP. So, you know, it's definitely going to hopefully push some other guys around. But he's got one too. We do go for another arc light. Try and add to that chaff clear a little bit. Keep on top of it. And our opponent gets some Mustangs in the back flanks. Nice and early. Definitely this would immediately counter any sort of flanking activity on my behalf. And so we're basically just going to be coming at each other here, which is, you know, nice and honorable. Sabretooth's out front. Shooting those big guns. Slugging it out. The Arclights doing a nice job, immediately finishing these Mustangs on both sides as well, which is a really nice thing. Arclight's pretty good for destroying Mustangs. His big boy unfortunately faces a Saber, who is well equipped to take him down, but ours does not at that time. Underground threat for our opponent. Laser sights for me. I'm going greedy. And I saw that he had bought another saber, so I shall also buy another saber. In fact, let me not be outdone. I will buy 2 sabers. Here we go. Now we're cooking. This is going to be an all-out slugfest. Saber v saber. He plays the crawlers in defense mode, which I appreciate because I think these aren't too bad for kind of at least annoying the backline attack, but I don't feel well protected in this backside, so I kind of appreciate that it's all just coming at the front. It's an honorable opponent we've got here. I don't know if we are able to keep that standard the same for ourselves, but we'll see. Additional deployment. Some more Mustangs. Let's see how it goes this time. 4 sabers versus 4 sabers. This duel of the century. It's finally happened. The best possible outcome. Bane blades coming out. Yes, we're locking on here. We take out 1. We take out 2. This one is, as we feared, has fallen behind the chaff and is now returning the favor. And actually on this side, similarly, these Mustangs getting in front of the sabers and preventing me from locking on with my own sabers. Okay, it was going well, and then the tides turned. Okay, well, let's see what's next. Improved Wraith. Mobile Beacon. We know exactly how I feel about Mobile Beacon, so we go for the improved fire control. Popping these upgrades down on these leveled sabers. Hopefully give them a little bit of an edge on our opponent. More Arclights and Arclight range. Arclight range is quite nice. Keep them safe so that they can continue to work down these Mustangs or anyone else who decides to come across the field, such as these Fangs. This is going to be a pretty good game, I think, actually. It was a very close one. With, that's a challenging pronunciation right there. Our opponent goes for the range on the sabers. It's very expensive. I mean, it's good. 40 range is a decent amount, you know. 300 is expensive, though. I don't know. We'll see how it works for him. A missile in the middle as well. Like, rude. It's like flicking me on the nose. I thought we were having an honest duel here. Okay. My sabers get locked onto immediately. That's bad. Suddenly there's loads and loads of Mustangs everywhere. The Arclights are chewing up the Mustangs. Oh, except for you. Our best boy. He's locked onto the wrong heckin' guy over here. That's bad news. We're crumbling. Our opponent strikes back. Ugh. Proper back and forth match here. Definitely blunt instruments smacking into each other. Not too much damage coming out each round. Defensive tactics for both. Yes. Greedy. Powerful Sabretooth. That's what we want. He gets the range on the Mustangs. This is going to be kind of dangerous. Mustangs are pretty strong. Arclights are leveling, so they hopefully can still continue to deal with them. More Fangs. Counterintuitive into the Mustangs, but let me cook. We need some chaff for sure. We have barely anything, or just these crawlers and dogs. Our opponent levels up a bunch of his sabers in the meantime as well, so, you know, we're no longer, well, nearly the next level too, no longer ahead in that game as we were at one point. So that round definitely swung us back into the red. Let's see how well his Arclights are doing. Yeah, 21, 36. Okay, they're clearing. That's pretty nice. I guess they've been dealing with these crawler packs. But we get the secondaries. Baneblade mode activated. Here we go. Look at the hounds disappear. Look at that. That's brutal to see. That's brutal to see. Arclights locked onto the sledges in 2 cases. That's unfortunate. It looks like that's about to happen again over here. So we definitely need something to clear out these guys. Stop this uptime. Although it looks like in this case, secondaries have brought us through far enough. They're so cool. They're so awesome. And they're actually, I mean, I don't know, they're not good against Mustangs, but they're better. They make sabers significantly better against Mustangs. Having 3 shots instead of 1 to start blowing up these packs means that they can eventually chew through them, which is nice. And Marksman. Something a little bit more reliable to take down these Sabretooths and keep these packs of Mustangs from getting too much uptime. Snipers with range. They'll be nice and safe in the back. Take down some of these tankier units, hopefully with the early locks. Let's see how it goes. I think sometimes, like, I overestimate the DPS of snipers these days. There are some pretty tanky units in the game these days. Even these level 3s doing 8k damage. Our opponent goes for the Raiden, which is nice for us, considering we got these marksmen already. The Raiden's got quite a lot of HP. It actually will take quite a few plinks for that to get taken down by even our level 3 marksman, which will out-level it, so our opponent goes for even more Raiden. So the nature of his strategy becomes revealed as he goes for the Fork upgrade. It's going to be Mustang Raiden out of our opponent after, of course, the honourable saber duel comes to a close. Although, I'm jealous that his one is red, or orange. Red. Red is even better. But maybe we'll get there. We've got Baneblade mode though, so you know. Cooler. More guns. Definitely cooler. Let's see if these snipers can take down these Raidens. Ooh. It's a lot of Mustangs. Oil is slowing down the leveled pack though, which is quite nice. And there's one other thing that the oil will inspire me to do, which I hadn't actually thought of until this point when I had kind of seen how much chaff he had and how vulnerable he might be to, say, fire. Yes, Sniper's doing an excellent job taking down these Raidens, taking down the tower. It's one of our Sabres surviving, getting out all those shots. Nice lumbering across the field, running over the corpses of his enemies. Wave after wave of Fang going in. What do we get this time? Heavy armors, nice and cheap. Bit of a boost to HP. Don't know if we'll be getting that many giants. Well, perhaps it could have been a good upgrade. We get 2 Vulcan, and we grab the incendiary bomb upgrade. And we're going to light this on fire and hopefully burn this all up. Now, our opponent is like, I don't care about anything, I'm just going to get Raidens and Raiden techs. So, suddenly there's like a lot of Raidens. Crawler's coming in, so that's even more chaff, and he's put it on the other side, which is obviously reasonably smart of him. These Vulcans, though, his board is pretty vulnerable to fire. And we do have the oil down, so the extra value of that first turn turning into a second turn burn, which is nice. These missiles do kind of cover a lot of ground anyway. These Vulcans also tank these missiles, which slow them down a bit, but it's much better than losing a whole pack of Fangs, so that's a nice expenditure win in our favor. Oof. A couple of guys get caught in the crossfire in both cases. Unfortunate for them. And the missiles go out. Oh, brutal. That is tragic to see. These crawlers are going to get through, it looks like. They're going to face a pretty nice amount of chaff now. We've got a Arclight working away, making sure that they don't get too much further. Now it's down to mostly just the Sabres and the Raidens. We've only got 3 marksmen, and that's a lot of Raiden. So, slightly worried that this round is going to my opponent. And we're actually going to take a decent amount of damage there. That's a lot of Raidens and Sabres. So, we're on the ropes now. 900 HP is definitely a quick loss away from a loss. Amplifying Core, another nice little buff for one of our units. We pop it down on one of the snipers this time. Try to build them up so that they can continue to take these boys down in the air. Or continue, I mean, obviously we only took down, what, 1 last round. That's unacceptable. We get more Vulcans. Why not double down? And guess why? Because we have the best partner tech. How awesome is this? I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, we're also going to sell out of a Saber, yes, in order to get best partner, or shooting squad. The combination of best partner and shooting squad. Okay. Here it comes, though. The best possible combination of techs, surely. It's so cool. It's so awesome. There it is. Ladies and gentlemen, we have it. The double spawning combo, incendiary rockets, 4 Vulcans. All the way home. We're going to win this one. Oh, the missiles. He didn't shield. What a mistake. Look at that. I mean, this is definitely a war crime. This is like napalm. All those Mustangs just... Oh my gosh. And now the Vulcans, having done their job, can be laid to rest. sabers rolling in to destroy other people's sabers, and it's just snipers feasting as the mindless fangs march to their deaths, and the Raidens whittle pitilessly away against their bodies. The concentration of fire just can't quite be overwhelmed by our opponent. But we don't win! Marksmen don't do a lot of damage, so we only make it one more round alive. Of course, there's a picture of a marksman on it. What am I going to pick? Yes. Naturally, our opponent skips. Yes, look at these Vulcans. We wanted to go for more Vulcans immediately. Just triple down. You know, just keep going. I think what happens is that we realize that's a little bit too expensive. And maybe if these Raidens get any more out of hand, they're all level 2 now, with double techs, we're going to be in trouble. So I think what we do is we back out a little bit and go for some aerial spec. Which is maybe going to save our butts. With all of the extra marksmen we do get. We do get 1 still extra, so that's 5 free marksmen and 25 other, or is it 4 fangs these days? Someone's 4. So a whole, well, more than a whole squad of extra fangs. Nice thing about just like even like a small number of fangs is that they can tank like way too many saber shots. There's a little bit of splash, so they can take out a couple of them. But if they're in a line or something. Our opponent's shields should absorb a lot of the fire. He's flanked us on the side with crawlers. Crawlers are not going to last that long against the Vulcan. The Vulcan here actually clearing the chaff as well, which is pretty nice, even though the fire didn't quite connect. Then the Vulcans start going down. Perhaps being laid to rest a little early. Snipers are locked onto the Saber, but he's doing an insane job of tanking for his boys. Raidens overhead, some of them are being taken down by the aerial mode, but some still active. Okay, the skies start to get clear. And we just managed to get through to take the tower before they close in on us. A lot of snipers living, but that's basically it. And we don't beat him. Wow, he's still alive. Okay. No, you know what? This is fine. We're doing great. We'll grab the highly level fortress and sell it. It was almost a reflex. Don't even think. Don't even think. That's what I stare into your eyes and I say to you, don't think. Just sell, just buy the big thing and sell it. Yes. No thinking involved. Perfect Zen strategy. More Vulcans. That's more marksmen, that's more fangs. It speaks for itself. It's just going to work. That's the plan. These marksmen are level 5, so they're doing an okay job. They're still not quite doing enough damage, probably against these Raidens who are getting tankier and getting more techs. Electromagnetic shot now enabled. We dropped the oil again, but our opponent has seen that we are doing a lot of fiery stuff, so he's putting down some shields. Motherships. Let's see if that is able to tank a little bit for those Raidens. A couple overlords picked up. Our opponent is starting to get the extra supplies and range upgrades, so he's feeling the pinch. I mean, it's got to be pretty close to the knockout round. Surely this one decides it. He does get the mothership upgrade and gets another overlord. So really trying to confuse the snipers with chaff. But we get late Vulcans, which are going to be really nice for hopefully staying a little bit alive. And getting a second round of missiles off maybe. Keeping that chaff clear going. Alright, marksman, you can do this. I believe in you. Take down those wasps. Fangs are helping with that, actually. Wasps not that great against Fangs. Oh, yes. Yes, the glory. The beautiful long-range glory. They're not that good at taking down these sabers. They've only got aerial spec. Quick reload is probably not the option that we should have here. Maybe, you know, elite marksman or double shot might be better. And he gets our tower with this level 3 Raiden, taking out more of our marksmen. We've got 4 marksmen left, but only one of them is leveled. And he does manage to take down the monstrosity, but it gets right down to the final saber and 3 marksmen. He's slowly inching forward. Who's gonna win? It looks like these snipers can't do the job. And we're going to round 11. Nobody dies. 700 to 700. Couldn't be closer. Right, what do we do next? Incendiary bomb, you're thinking. He goes for the incendiary bomb. No. We defy all fiery logic and go for lightning storm. I figured, does lightning storm disable their techs? Just slows them. Well, I had imagined in my mind, fictitiously, that it might disable their techs, and for that beautiful reason, I choose to go for it. Now, it's so close. These Raidens are incredibly powerful with all those techs. Doesn't take, you know, a miracle for a bunch of wasps to get spawned right at the worst moment and have our marksmen just get silly, shooting random stuff. These sabers are also like refusing to die, which is really savage to see. We experiment momentarily. It's a thought experiment. What if we made fang spawning shielded forts? 2 of them, level 1. Wait, is that good? That's probably bad. Yeah, I think that's bad. Let's get rid of that. Let's try something else. What about leveling snipers and getting quick reload? There we go. We're spawning quite a lot of snipers, so let's make them as good as they can be. Get that attack speed up. Less confusion on wasps. Hopefully more DPS. The fire comes down. The oil joins it for the full burn. We spend what little money we have left on a teensy-wincy shield, which will save maybe 1 or 2 lives. And then the giants march in. Fire spraying everywhere. And it lands just short of the shields, which is so unfortunate. I mean, okay, to be fair, look at the hell that he's wreaked upon me, so I guess why should I be sympathetic? We didn't go for Fang Shield here, because, you know, we don't want to make it easy. Fang Shield obviously would be, you know, clearly the choice to go for, because of how strong that tech is, but no. This time, we're just going to roll in with the Vulcans. We're going to roll across the fields with the marksmen, our second round of fire even, and we close out the game. Finally, a really good one, I think. I was pretty happy with that one. I love that we started with those sabers in that back and forth duel. And to get off a nice spawn comp with marksman and Vulcan was really fortunate. So yeah, thanks for watching. If you did, this is Partyfoot. Appreciate you watching any of my videos. Leave a comment if you want to be the first person to ever comment. And yeah, thanks a lot. Thanks for watching.